Good Wednesday morning, my dear church family. I hope things are going well for you in the middle of this productive week. I hope you're looking forward to Bible study tonight. But of course, more than anything else, I hope you're living your very best life in Jesus Christ. Well, I can honestly say that yesterday was a very productive day for me since I started working on the garage early. Since it was a beautiful and unseasonably warm day, I was pleased not to only accomplish a lot, but to be able to be out in God's good sunshine. However, as evening approached, I began to feel myself beginning to stress a bit. Why? Well, it's because I knew I was on a deadline. You see, I had looked at the weather forecast early in the morning, which predicted evening thunderstorms, and therefore I knew that the pretty weather was not going to last. I had to get to work so that when the storm came, I'd be ready. I think sometimes we've forgotten how much easier we have it in this regard than our ancestors. In my great-grandfather's day, radio was a rarity, so they relied upon the farmer's almanac and their own experiences and senses as when to plan for things. But specifics as to what the day would bring were in general a mystery. By my grandfather's day, there were morning, noon, and evening forecasts on the radio, but they were pretty general and they lacked details. They knew it would rain sometime today, but as for when exactly, it was still a mystery. Most of the time, they would only tell you when it was imminent or when it was actually raining. By my father's time, they were starting to develop the technology to, at the least, tell folks whether it would rain in the morning or evening, or whatever, and they grew accustomed to being able to rely on this information to plan their days. I, of course, as you, have been blessed to have grown up with the accurate forecasts that are constantly updated. Thanks to the internet and the ever-present weather apps, it's rare that we are caught unaware. And yet, no matter how advanced the technology, we can and often are caught unawares by the weather. Anybody else remember the derecho which came about suddenly with no warning and damaged homes and businesses as well as our own church? And of course, we in Clendenin know all about the floods. One minute everything's great, they're saying, oh, it's going to rain a little bit. And the next thing you know, you're going out your window in a boat. Truth is, some things cannot be predicted, no matter how hard we try. And the weather will always be a bit of a mystery. Really, only the good Lord knows what's really coming, not just with the weather, but with everything in our lives. If I had not checked today's weather forecast, then today's weather would have totally fooled me. Beautiful sunny skies would have lulled me into a false sense of security. And I would have known nothing until the clouds rolled in, the temperature dropped, and the thunder started. But thanks to the weather forecast, I knew it was coming. What time was uncertain, but I knew this before I knew it, the storm would eventually be here. And so it is with us. See, God has told us that there are going to be storms. He tells us to expect trouble in our lives and not to worry because He's ever faithful. If we serve Him, we always can find shelter in Him. No matter what, He's assured us that He will help us, guiding us through whatever comes. In John 16:33, He says, I have told you these things so that you may have peace. In this world you'll have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. But the sad part is, unfortunately, many folks react to Jesus' statement that we would have trouble as a reason to worry and doubt. They always figure something's coming. Well, yeah, it is. And these folks tend to become so disillusioned by the fact that trouble will come, not might come, that they quite literally shut down. They stop doing anything. Look, I knew it was going to storm sometime today, and I could have said, well, I don't know how much time I'll have to work, so I'll just not do anything today. Wow. If I had, I certainly would not have gotten all that I had accomplished. And the truth is, most days I'd be afraid to do anything. As an example of yesterday, I would have just wasted a beautiful day living in fear. See, God does not want us to be disillusioned by an uncertain future, but rather encouraged because we have a close personal relationship with Him and can therefore be productive now and always knowing that He is with us. We need to know that no matter how quickly and unexpectedly the weather of our lives may change, no matter how tragic the circumstances, we can be comforted in a way that those who do not know Christ cannot. Because we know that there will always be shelter in his arms, and that he will be with us through the storm, before the storm, during the storm, and, as the old song says, when the storm passes by. So let's not allow the circumstances, the trouble in our world, the political unrest, the things that are going on, the constant state of churning, the always uncertainty as to what tomorrow will bring. Let's not allow that to immobilize us. I mean, that's just like being immobilized by the weather. Instead, we need to work confidently. I mean, we can be confident. After all, we know the weather maker. I hope you have a wonderful day today. I hope to get, like I said, I hope to get to see you at Bible study tonight. We're going to be in Acts chapter 7. We'll be talking about the stoning of Stephen. I hope you join us. And as always, I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'm here should you need me. I want you to know that I love you, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.